and it's not. Everything on the internet is a lie.
People wouldn't do that. Just go on the internet and tell lies.
Yeah, it's probably, most of it's true. All right, we're gonna take a look at the Sapphire R9 290X. This is the Vapor X edition. It has the Tri-X cooling unit on top, but it also has like a Vapor X thing going on. So really what the idea here with this card is they want to keep it cool and they want to keep it really quiet. Whereas the Tri-X, it was mainly just trying to keep it cool. It's pretty quiet, but this one is supposed to be one of the, I guess, the most quiet and coolest of all of them. So mainly in this video, I'm going to focus on that. We're going to put it into a system and test it out. But this is also the card that we are using for the Win a Car, and a PC contest. We decided to use this one. Sapphire was the first company that I contacted, and a lot of you guys may or may not know this, but Sapphire makes the just like the OEM stuff for AMD. Whenever AMD needs stuff, they go right to Sapphire. So anyway, the first thing I want to do is just cover the specs on this card. Right off the bat, I want to let you know that this is a 2.5 slot card, and it is very large. That's probably going to be okay for most people. I think a lot of people would pretty much prefer to have a cool and quiet card, but if you're going to be running 9 cards and expansion this and a RAID controller and all kinds of other things, well, either might not be enough room. So just a heads up right now. All right, let's go ahead and cover the specs, and then we'll take it out and put it into a system and just test out the noise levels and that sort of thing. We've already done a review on the Tri-X version of this card, the overclocked version, that has a slightly faster clock but slightly lower memory, so the speed's almost going to be identical. You guys can click on the screen right here to go over and take a look at that video just to see what the speeds are like with this card. Of course, there's new drivers now, and we're going to be testing this out for real when we have the full-on system built that we're going to be giving away with the car. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at the specifications. Now, of course, this is a Hawaii GPU. It's 28 nanometer. It's a manufacturing process. The core clock on this is 1030 megahertz, and the core clock on the Tri-X OC version is 1040. So just a very slight difference there. It's got 2,816 stream processors, 4 gigabytes of GDDR5, and the effective memory clock on that is 5,300 megahertz. The dimensions of this card, it's a pretty big card, 305 millimeters by 114 millimeters by 47 millimeters thick, again making that 2.5 slots. Now in the box here we've got an HDMI 1.4 cable that's 1.8 meters. We have 2 Molex, like 4-pin Molex to 8-pin adapters that come in the box as well. There's a mouse pad, all the other just normal stuff you'd see in the box, the driver CD that you can throw out the window and download the newest drivers like any good person should do. What else am I missing here? Now as far as the power consumption goes, this is a pretty power hungry card. It's huge, it's the big guy from AMD. So this thing is going to draw about 230 watts idling, and it can get up to 430 watts, give or take a little bit, at full load. So pretty damn hungry card. All right, last thing I want to mention on this is there is actually a switch, a physical switch on the back of the PCB that allows you to put it into UEFI mode so you can enable fast boot on Windows 8. It's kind of interesting to have the switch right on board so you can disable it if you need to go in and do some troubleshooting, but you can turn it on and get your fast boot going on. Now when you first look at this thing, it's a beast. It's got a nice blue coating over it, I guess, on the outside. Now underneath that there are a lot of heat pipes, like way more density than what you get with the stock, and then well, as far as like the different the fins go. Now the actual heat pipes themselves, you can see the large copper heat pipes there. This is what constitutes the Vapor X cooling unit. This entire thing here, I guess there's like a vapor chamber in there. I don't know, that's what they say, but it pretty much creates this nice area here. It's thicker, as you can see, lots and lots of fins, lots and lots of heat pipes, and 3 fans. Now it also has something called intelligent fan control, and what that does is if you're not really pulling a lot of power out of this, it can turn off a couple of these fans so that only one is running. So it's already quiet, but that'll make it almost silent. Looking at the ports on the back, we've got 2 DVI ports, and then we also have HDMI 1.4 and a display port 1.2. And again, it does come with the high-speed HDMI 1.4 cable in the box. And last thing I want to take a look at is this large plate that they have on the back here, because there is a lot of metal on this card, and a PCB this big, sitting in a system like this is going to start to maybe bend a little bit, and that's not cool. So this is going to help with the rigidity, and it also looks freaking awesome. And if you have a different opinion, you are wrong. Let's take this over and put it in a system, turn it on, and see how loud it is and see how hot it gets. All right, just going to put this into our editing rig right now, since this is the rig that we have free. There we go. And it also already has some AMD drivers on here, so this is good. Put a screw in there. Just a thumb through screw will do for now because it's not permanent. Two 8-pin connectors here. I'm going to hook these both up. Come here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to test out the graphics card. We're going to test it at idle, and then we're going to test it at full speed. And I've got like a little sound meter thing. It's an app for Android. It's not exactly scientific, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on the table because I'm not too interested about how it sounds inside. And I'm going to try out and just see how it sounds when I shut up. Around 30-31 decibels, just the ambient sound in the room. And just to prove that this is the same graphics card, there it is. This is the light adjustment song. There we go. All one take here, guys. Now, I'm going to open up Valley. I'm going to stress this thing out and just see how loud it gets. Yeah, let's do run it. DirectX 11, yes. 1080p. Let's do 1440p. Where is it? Oh, there it is. 1440p. Alright, just give it a second here. Fast mode this. Alright, we're just going to let this go for just a second and fast motion it, but I'll shut up and we can monitor this and the noise. Okay, no change whatsoever.
Everything's quiet.
Taking the side panel off. Side panel off.
Still super quiet.
There's like no change. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing like inside here. Come over here.
Hold on. Just.
This is an absurdity.
Nothing's silent.
So according to this, 30 decibels is the equivalent of quiet whispering at a library and just above rustling leaves. So yeah, they should have called this the rustling leaves model because that is, okay, I didn't expect it to be that quiet. Maybe Valley doesn't stress it as much as Crysis 3, but Valley does stress the hell out of it running at 1440p. We're getting a good frame rate. I'm pretty happy with it so far. We're going to put it in the system and do some benchmarks in a couple of days, but I wanted to get this out there, and I mainly just, like I said, wanted to test that audio out, test those sound levels. I am crazy about having a quiet system, so this is, it's really freaking quiet. I think 2.5 slots is totally okay with those sound levels, so very good job on the Vapor X. If you guys want a quiet, graphics card, then that's probably a good one to get. And we'll see the benchmarks in just a couple of days. Do not forget to enter the car contest. You could win a system featuring this and a freaking car and a bunch of other cool things. So just click on the screen right about, should my face be the link again?
Yeah, put it at the bottom.
The bottom, okay, the bottom. Okay, put it right here at the bottom. You guys click on that, and maybe you could win a car. There's only one more day left. And, everyone that you refer gets you another entry. So refer it like crazy. Piss off all your friends for just one more day. And maybe you'll win the car. And maybe I'll come hang out with you, and we'll play some games on this graphics card. See you guys later. What is this?
It's watching you.
So, how do you win this? Well, you can go the Facebook route, and every time you share this contest, you're going to get more entries to win. All the instructions are in the description. Just click there if you want to enter using your Facebook account. Alternatively, I know some of you guys do not even have Facebook accounts, and I don't want to exclude any members of our website. So, you can simply click on the screen. It'll take you over to our website where you can enter using your account on our website. The contest is open to the USA and Canada, and please read the fine print details on the website. Somebody's going to win my freaking car, and I'm really happy about keeping it in the family. So, good luck to all, and possibly I'll see one of you guys soon. Plain white background. Hey guys. We're going to take a really... Alright. And they use these cards right here in this. This is a really full box, by the way. Just man handling, woman handling if you're sensitive to people who say gendered things.